Welcome back, first graders. The artist I'd like to introduce you to as we go ahead and start to study texture more is Gustav Klimt. He was born in 1862, which is over 150 years ago, and he passed away in 1918. However, his artwork still lives with us. And here's a couple of photos of him during his lifetime. When he was a young man, or excuse me, a child, I should say, his dad was a gold and silver engraver. So his dad worked in metals and then actually carved or made designs into gold and silver for people. So that's how he grew up, I guess, starting to learn about art. His family had to move around a lot and they had very, very little money at the time. And some of their family members became ill. And so at a very young age, Gustav and his brother were able to get into an art school and they were able to get a good jobs helping to support their families. So art kind of saved his and his family's lives through his awesome skills. He's kind of an interesting fella as he gets older here. You see him a lot of times wearing, it's almost like a dress or a robe that it's all decorative here that he would wear. And he loved having cats around and he loved to do his paintings. When he was a young artist and earning a living making his art for other people, meaning like people would commission him or say, "Can you please paint this for me? Can you please paint this for me?" And it was very specific what he needed to paint for other people. He made money doing that though. So this was his style. It was very soft um, and had a kind of like a very airy, outdoorsy feeling. He and his brother also made a lot of money painting murals on huge walls and ceilings. So, like for instance, up over here or on any panel like this, they would get jobs or commissions to paint huge murals. And after a while, he kind of got tired of painting huge murals and he started exploring making his own art. Here's another really soft painting that's in his style. When he started exploring his own art, one of the reasons why he became really famous is because he was a beautiful soft painter. You can see by the look on her face and her hair. And even over here on this woman's face, except for it's a little bit more hard edged how he painted her. But then he painted using gold leaf. So it's a really, really, really thin kind of tissue paper made of gold, kind of like his dad did. His dad worked with gold in a different way, but I think it inspired Gustav. So this is actually shiny in real life and it's gold. You can see it around the outside, gold leaf. And then all of these spirals in here, these are both just parts of paintings, and all of her very fancy jewelry in her hair and the jewelry on her wrist, that's all actual gold leaf, like a really fine gold paper, which is cool, which is going to lead us into our next material that we'll be working with, which is gold. This is the piece that I'd really like to show you with. Not only did he like working in gold and making his paintings, but he loved patterns. So as I'm talking right here, I'd like you to go through and look at all the different patterns that you see throughout this whole piece. Every section of it has a different pattern. So this is called Adele Blockbauer, and it was a portrait made for like a client. So a man came to him and said, "Would you please paint a portrait of my wife?" And Gustav said, "Absolutely." That's what he was getting known for at that time, not making murals anymore. He was painting for other people, doing different things. So he put her in a very beautiful gold dress like this, and it almost feels like there's like a gold cape around her, and then a wonderful like gold maybe chair, and then a gold background. It's every time I look at it, I feel like it's something different, but all of this is in gold leaf. During a war, it was actually stolen from the family and it was recovered many, 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 many years later. And so the family was really excited when they found it and were able to get it back from them, which was kind of a fun story because the family did want it back because it was made and bought with the money from that family. So looking over here, you can see the spirals and these kind of look like eyes or like Egyptian eyes. And we have half circles and rectangles and square patterns. And we have done some texture rubbings already before. So what we're going to do for our next assignment is we're going to combine the ideas of textures, the way that something feels or looks like it feels, and patterns together. So I want you to be thinking about any patterns that you'd like to use or textures that you'd like to use, because what you're going to get is a sheet of metal and you're going to be able to press into it to make your visual textures real so you can actually feel them. And then I'm going to give you a marker and then we're going to draw out those textures again and patterns again. So thanks for sharing time with me, friends, and looking at the artist Gustav Klimt. And we'll start working in metal soon. I'm excited. Bye, first graders. If you're a distance learner, you can go ahead and look at your next video and how to get the materials from me. And if you're a hybrid learner, we will make this assignment in class together. Okay.